Welcome to another episode of You,
Me,
and the Flea.
We're back, and
Happy
I think,
day.
yeah, we're June. We're Juning.
We're in there, baby.
Let's get right into this episode because I am ready. You guys, we got something really fun for you today.
Oh, yeah.
Just gonna say,
Oh, yeah.
hold on.
Wow. You said, let's get it in, baby. Okay.
Sometimes
This episode, I don't
to.
even know, you guys, how it dawned on me, but I was so excited, A, putting it together, B, presenting it to Rachel. And here we are now presenting it to you. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for today's episode. It is called
Triggered. And this is a new series we are going to be doing here at You, Me, and the Flea. So don't trigger us.
So you might be thinking, what does triggered mean? Are we going to talk about, all the things that you want to hide away from? And no, that is not true. We are going to be having open and raw conversations, but it is going to be like surrounded about, so an item that we saw at the flea market that triggered a question to ask the other person. So without further ado, let's get into it, shall we?
Shall we?
One thing that I saw at the flea that triggered me was a cell phone.
Okay.
And so the question I have for you is, who's the last person you sent a drunk text to?
My friend Kara.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good or bad text?
Wasn't great.
Okay.
We're going to leave it at that.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. I mean, are any drunk texts good?
No.
Not really.
Does anything good happen after midnight?
Not really. Yeah,
No. No, it's not the best.
Okay. What's yours? Next
Okay.
one.
So we recently, we go all the time and we see this, but there has been a lot more hot peppers. Okay.
Okay.
At the flea market. So my question is, what
geez.
is the hottest thing you have seen lately? It could be
Ooh.
a person, a trend, anything. What's really mean? You'd be
okay.
like, oh,
Okay, well, I saw a movie last night called The Challengers featuring Zendaya.
how was it?
Hot.
Really?
Zendaya drips sex appeal,
Oh,
dude.
she's so hot.
I am
She
like,
can literally do anything. The outfits she pulls off too.
my God.
Really? So we need to see it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was good. It was
Okay.
really good. And it was hot. She was
Okay.
hot. So
Okay.
I'm going to say Zendaya for
Okay.
right now.
I like it.
But I've seen a lot of hot things.
She's
All right,
being
next one.
modest.
Okay, so a very popular item, especially at Ashland and Melrose Park, is mole.
Mm-hmm.
And so my question for you, and mole is like a spice, if you didn't know, that you put into sauces, soups, things, etc.
Yeah.
Anyways, but when you look at it, it's kind of, it doesn't look so appetizing or appealing. So my question is, what is your least favorite food?
Least favorite food? Honestly,
Like something that's like, ugh, no, I'll pass.
I really don't love
Tuna.
raw stuff. Like, okay, I like sushi and stuff, but like with sushi even, it's got to be a certain texture. I don't know what it is about, like, I will pass on any type of, like, if you're coming around and it's like jiggly, it's like the texture thing going down my throat. I'll throw up. Like, literally, I just don't, like, people are like, it's so good. Oh my God, it's so expensive fish. Keep it, then eat it for yourself. I am out.
Okay. Good to know.
I can't. Raw, jiggly food.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel ya.
No.
All right, what else we got?
Okay, so last time we were at the flea market, we passed a board game called Liar Liar.
Uh-oh.
My question is, when is the last time you lied to someone?
Like a big lie? I think it's been a minute.
I mean, I'm not like a little white lie, like a lie.
I mean, like, I for sure do it in like my professional career a little bit. Not gonna lie, because people are like, I called you, blah blah blah, and I'll be like, never got it. Weird. I don't know.
Okay,
I mean, like,
that'll
I
work.
do that kind of
That'll
stuff a lot, especially if
Often.
like people are wanting like me to buy
Uh-huh,
things and stuff. I'm just like, oh no, thanks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I didn't get
but
the
wait,
message.
like I feel like I want to think of something good, but that's not that good.
Well,
I don't know. I think I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's a lot of times, anytime I usually lie, it's because I don't want to hurt someone's feelings.
Yeah.
So, for example, if I'm, and I'm just throwing this out there, if I'm at like someone's like birthday party and they're like, "How was the food?" or whatever, I'm like, "Oh my god, it was so good," and really,
it sucked.
it was, yeah, it was like dry and stuff in my throat. But
I got you.
Yeah, I'm just a lot of white lies. So
That'll work.
Right. Okay, thanks. Sorry, I couldn't think of like a juicy good one.
Excuse me.
All right. All right. So, as we know, SwapORama has a lot of candy, specifically suckers. So I saw a sucker and I thought, gee, Rachel, when was the last time that you feel you got suckered into do something you didn't want to do?
I think my response is going to be a little general, only because there's nothing that like jumps out at the like right away, but I can say that I have had this feeling a few times where I just overcommit to people.
Okay.
And things, and then I feel like I got suckered into it and I don't want to like bail or like upset someone, so I just like go along, but in my head I'm like, why the hell am I here?
Yeah, I gotcha.
You ever been there?
100%.
Yep. So that's for sure.
And then you feel like because you did do it, or maybe
because
it was your idea.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
gotcha.
You're like, yeah, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Put your face on and smile.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Okay. So we have seen a lot more mattresses lately. Mm-hmm. My question is, what's your favorite position in bed? And now, what I mean by that is, how do you like to like falling asleep? Like, I could tell you right now how I sleep all night.
God, stomach. I'm a stomach sleeper.
Really?
1000%.
Okay. Like every night you fall asleep on your stomach.
Every single night.
See, I'm the side.
Oh,
all the time.
what?
Yeah.
I just feel like
I wake up and my arm is like asleep.
Yeah, no, thank
and I'm
you,
like,
dude.
oh my god, I'm tingling everywhere.
No. It's like I'm a stomach galley, and I just like kind of sprawl sometimes. Like those are my faves.
Got it.
I'm not like a cuddle your pillow person though. Like, because usually I feel like that position's pretty popular when you're like on your stomach. I'm just definitely like, side, like full
heads
on
to the side.
Oh yeah.
Got it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And then usually like, so I specifically start on one, no one's in my bed. Mm-hmm. So I'm on one side specifically, and then I'll always like I'll wake up on the other one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So back in the day when I was solo sleeping, girl, I was in the middle of the bed starfishing. I mean, just sprawled.
Hey,
try it out.
You do what you gotta do. I've had those days too sometimes where it's like very nice to whatever. Okay, well, as we know, SwapORama has a lot of sneakers.
I was like,
I'm like, wait, I think sneakers. Okay, there are a lot of sneakers at SwapORama.
I mean,
what is something that is always running through your mind?
This is sad to say, but this is the truth. I'm always feeling like I'm not good enough.
What?
Yeah, always. Like I have like to prove something.
Okay. So like any little task you do, like that's kind of like in the back of your mind.
A little bit. Like I have to like that's why I think I'm a perfectionist sometimes. And like when I mess something up, like even though people are like, oh, it's fine, like just don't do it again, it like sits with me, and I'm like, I never want to upset this person again. I never want to feel this way. I never want to let them down. I don't know. I've always
gotcha.
Yeah. Definitely feeling like not enough.
Dang. I can see how that
deep.
Is. Yes, and I can see how that's like exhausting as
well.
Yeah, girl, you need to
decompress.
You need to clear that mind.
Amen.
Get that little thought out.
That's right.
All right, what do you got?
Okay, so actually, I have luggage is my next thing. Have you ever taken a sick day or acted sick for a trip or to travel?
No.
Never.
No.
Okay. You're good. You're a good employee.
That's not good.
Kristina is always breaking the rule. I mean, always following the rules.
I'm not proud of it. I wish I was like Ferris Bueller, dude. Like in that sort of way. Mm-hmm. Also, I feel like I don't have like thank God I'm finally in a job where I don't have to lie about that. Like I could just do it.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like in school, when I was in college, I would do that stuff all the time.
Oh, yeah. I can't come to class. I have to redo my test.
Something.
I had my project or
and I would be taking a pool day or something. Or like, I did it a lot back then. But recently, I have so many like vacation days. Yeah. Like,
you don't
so
have
it's like,
to.
I'm out. You know what I mean? Hey guys, like,
yeah,
take the day.
No, I get that.
Yeah. Okay, next, we recently have been seeing a lot of band tees, specifically a Nirvana one, which got me to thinking, Rachel, what is the best concert you've ever been to?
This is like wild to say.
Okay.
Lady Gaga.
Really?
Dude.
One of my favorites too.
I was on the floor, so close to her.
Yeah.
Fangirling. I remember I wore a tutu, a purple tutu. Okay, so that just goes to tell you.
Yes.
Dude, it was a show. It was a concert. It was a show. It was entertainment. We were laughing. I was crying. For sure, Lady Gaga.
Love that. Super good. I also went to one in like 2009, right before she like
that's
popped
literally
off.
when it was. Like, it was right away.
It was so good.
Oh, my, so
Just
good.
a banger after banger after banger.
Yep.
So good.
Yep.
She needs to come back. And she's like acting a lot right now. Anyways.
Do you blame her?
No, I don't.
Okay, so we have a lot of men at the market. Now, I'm talking people who work at the market, people who are shopping at the market. When was the last time, or maybe our last outing, that you saw someone that made you look?
An outing?
Like it could have been like, well, yeah, like one
me.
of our time or whatever. Okay, whatever. But I know there's been times when we're together and we're both like, what's that? Hello.
What are you talking about?
You're working.
It's just very okay. Let me think. Okay. Oh man, just now when you said that guy from the flea market, it's like 6 months ago.
I know
with, like,
who you're
talking.
Child. Yep. Light eyes.
Yeah, he was probably like 6 foot. Probably taller than that, actually. That gentleman is in my head, and I he needs no explanation. And we don't know him. We just
saw him.
You know, I'll throw something spicy. A few weeks ago, I was at a wedding.
Okay.
There was a good-looking fellow there.
Okay.
I won't say any names because I don't know who's listening. Okay. But yeah, someone made me look there, and
did you hit on him?
Maybe.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, I was just having casual conversations, you know.
Whatever.
So, I'm friendly, Rachel.
So definitely made you stop for
individual.
a second in your tracks.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Also, one other fella recently met at a concert.
Okay.
Easily a 10 out of 10.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Wow. So you've been seeing them lately.
Yeah, they're around, you know.
Oh, I know. Trust and believe.
Okay.
I love this game.
All right. Next. Okay, Rachel. We recently saw a baptism / christening outfit. You know, those ones that the little kids wear. Mm-hmm. So I was wondering, if you were to have a child, what would you name him or her? What's one of your top
so
kids'
many
names?
names. I'll tell you one that I would have easily gone with, but now I won't because my best friend named her daughter something so similar.
Okay.
But I love the name Evie, like Evie. I have
cute.
always been obsessed with it.
That's cute.
My best friend Alex just named her daughter Stevie.
Oh, okay.
So it's so similar.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding.
Thanks. But
That's
yeah,
cute, though.
I love the name
very
Stevie
cute.
or Evie. I think it's so cute.
Fun.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got?
Okay. So we see a lot of Bluetooth speakers.
Okay.
A lot of electronics are around at the flea market.
We do.
My question is, have you ever accidentally unmuted someone that you were talking about and said something bad? Like, you know, when someone's on speakerphone and maybe you're around other people and you just mute. Have you ever accidentally sent a person a text that was about them?
Ooh.
Done that before.
I've done that once, I think.
Not good.
Dude,
it's
feel
how
bad.
how did it even, it's you're thinking about
Dude,
them.
it was it was a screenshot too, but luckily the wording that I said, I was like able to be like, because the person was talking, was referencing, I think a guy or something like that. And I actually I meant to send it to you, and I sent it, you know what I'm talking about.
To them.
We're not saying who it was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking.
Yep.
And I was able to think out the way I
Backtrack.
said it, be like, oh, I meant, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like that. It was like, man, like, I can't believe this is happening type of thing.
Yeah.
And then the person that I sent, and I was mortifying, was on Instagram. Which is challenging. Other than that, I think maybe like my mom, I don't know, but like I don't really put my phone on mute that much.
Yeah. And my phone's not really on speaker that much, but there's some people who walk around with it just like, you know this.
Oh, yeah.
We're at the store and I'm like buying like a birthday card and laundry detergent. And they're like, yeah, Jerry, da, 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 da. I'm like, dog, nobody wants to hear this conversation. Get it off
speakerphone. For a
speakerphone.
whole other.
Get it off.
Topic. Yeah.
Okay, so you're not bad.
I'm not, and you know what? I'm gonna be like straight up honest. I feel like at this point in my life, like our age, like I'm like,
if I have to say something, I'm gonna
say it. Yeah, there's really not. Anyways,
I feel that.
Okay, so we recently, there's a lot of Selena memorabilia. Okay, and you know the story of Selena
Dying.
Well, yeah, and her her murder and stuff. Okay, so my question to you is, who is one person you wish you could kill right now? I think in my mind right now, I'm envisioning two people that I think you would kill.
Probably. You probably already know them.
Yeah, well, duh.
I'll just give her the look, and then she'll just know.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm particularly talking about too, like maybe an old friend of yours, if you know what I'm saying.
I do. I sure do.
Okay.
Yeah. Back at ya. What's your answer there?
I don't know. Would I push someone off a cliff into the Lake Michigan? Maybe.
That's what I'm saying.
That would be a few
just
people in that
put
situation.
A dog collar and shock you, maybe.
Yeah. Would I tase a couple peeps? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Same.
A lot of nerve-wracking people. In my life right now.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I get that. Football or soccer players? Who's hotter to you?
Football or soccer players? Football or soccer players? Well, two different types of dudes. I feel like soccer players are typically more foreign, which is pretty hot. Mm-hmm. It's tough because football players, they got that build, dude. They're like solid steel. Whoa.
Whoa.
Excuse me.
Yeah, excuse me.
God, I mean, honestly, like, gun to my head, I don't know. I'm gonna go. So hard to choose. From
I know.
I'm gonna go football though.
Okay,
I think so.
I would do the same.
Just because, like, you know, there's all kinds. There's like, you know, the country ones from like Oklahoma, all the Alabama like, you know what I mean? NFL, like, sign me up. Like, there's some good American bred football players in the world.
There's even some fine ass college players. I'm like, okay, they're 22.
I know.
Turn your head.
No, we're not allowed to look there.
Turn your head.
All right, Rachel, we see a lot of stiletto heels at the flea market. Okay. So my question to you is, what is one of the best girls' night out that you've ever had?
My friend Chelsea D's bachelorette party at Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we like rented a yacht.
Fun.
And then we were all over the town. Yeah.
Well, that looked like a good time.
It was fun.
That looked like a good time.
The outfit was good. We were getting all the
good vibes.
Free things. People were driving us on their golf carts around.
Okay,
yeah, it was fun.
That's a good girl.
Splits were done. So you know it's a good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say
Rachel's splitting.
Oh, jeez.
All right, next.
I hope.
And DJing. God, you DJ'd that trip, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I sure did.
Wow, DJ Sadowski on the ones and twos.
I went a little bit out of order, so I hope I didn't say this one, but Squishmallows.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Do you sleep with a stuffed animal?
Ew,
or
never.
like little blanket?
No.
Okay. Because there's people our age who still do.
I know. No. And I don't recall as a kid even doing that.
I definitely did, like, maybe until I was like, I don't know, 6 or 7, but it was like little baby, like, stuffed dolls. Like, then
No.
it was I had nothing.
Yeah, no. I mean, I would always play with, I did this thing with my blanket where I would like bend it and stuff and like play with like the fabric, but I did not.
No.
Never a stuffy.
Okay. No, I'm not walking around with
So
stuffies
creeps
either.
me out. Anyways. All right. Okay. Socks. We see a lot of socks. We can have the same items. It's fine.
We
Okay.
have a few.
All right. So it got me to think of socks in particular when you wash them and you lose their match. And so there's only like one sock left. So my question is, do you think that there's a match out there for me, or should I just toss out the sock?
Yes, I think there's a match out there for you.
Okay.
Absolutely. I think that you have like spent a lot of time over the last few years like nurturing your job and your career, buying a house, family stuff, your dad was sick and all that kind of stuff. I think it's the year of Kristina needing to worry more about just herself and less about everyone else.
Okay.
And I think maybe just become a little bit more selfish.
Look for my sock. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. Thanks.
To bounce off your sock question,
Okay.
when was the last time you bought new socks, and do you wear socks with holes?
When's the last time I bought socks? Literally, I bought a new fresh batch of white socks.
Okay.
Not too long ago, probably like a month ago. And do I wear socks with holes? Absolutely not.
Okay,
Now,
thank you.
I mean, have I missed a hole
Well, yeah.
in my life? Sure. And as soon as that happens, they're done. Like,
Gone.
dude, I have some
You know,
friends
you
that
can
will like.
feel it sometimes.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
then you're like,
It's cold.
what the fuck is going on?
You can feel it. and
Yeah,
it's like,
dude.
No.
Breezy.
You feel like even when they like wear out in the ball of your foot.
Yes.
No.
When it's like less cotton. Or
I have
whatever.
some friends that used to like sew it.
Oh,
like,
throw that away.
gotta go.
Listen, even okay, to bring up your sock little dilemma, like when there's a missing sock, I'll hold on to it for a little bit, but then like it never comes back and I just throw it away. What am I supposed to
Yeah,
do?
I know.
What do you do?
Dude, I was actually gonna say, I'm not
Clean?
gonna lie, I don't really have that problem. I always have my
Okay,
matches.
it's only
I'm
few
one
and
gal,
far
though.
times in between, and I'm like, did something fall
It is
somewhere?
extremely rare for me to lose a sock.
Okay, wow.
All right, switching gears here. We got a lot of toys at the flea. When's the last time you felt played? Like work related, friend related, by your significant other, by your family?
I mean, listen, I think you can kind of all of the above to an extent
100%.
sometimes. Have I felt played by like friends, family, significant others' work? Absolutely. Is it a constant thing? No, but it's definitely happened. I can't like say like one exact time. But I think for me, it would be more of like a friend and like a he said, she said, lying,
okay.
fabricating. Don't play with Ray.
Yeah. If you can't think of one, I think a lot of people don't play with you. I was going to say, I think the worst playing is by an ex, though. For me personally.
Oh, when they're like going out of their way.
Yeah.
Dude, my brother's
Especially
kind of going through that.
in the beginning when you're dating someone and they try to play you, it's like,
Do you?
No.
Here's the other thing. Men still trying to play women. Okay, let me just break something down for you. The girl community in society is stronger than any of you guys will ever realize or ever be a part of.
Oh, God.
So if they're gonna find out, they're gonna find out from someone. Or somebody else is going to tell them, or
dude.
there's going to be a mutual connection. I have learned a few things. Chicago's a big city and it's a small town. Everybody somehow knows someone in your story. Oh, yeah.
The truth always comes out. Yeah,
for sure. Men be playing women.
Okay, well, let's...
I'm going to leave it at that. I don't think I asked this.
You know, I will say this, though.
Yeah.
Girls are players, too.
Oh, yeah. And it's always the ones who think they can get away with it. Who do, too.
Look, I'm not going to lie. This full disclosure here. I mean, there are times where I'm a little bored.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
Yeah.
Moving on, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Next one.
Okay, so I didn't ask the produce one, right?
No.
Okay. So there's a ton of fresh produce at the flea market. When is the last time somebody left a bad taste in your mouth?
Ooh. You know, I think in regards to like someone that you first meet, that's the worst. I think the bad taste in my mouth always comes usually with like in a professional place. You know what I'm saying? I think for me, yeah, because it's like, you hear like when people start talking ego-y, or very much so like about themselves, like that always
turns you off.
Yeah, it ain't good.
Got it.
I also hate really badly when like a bad taste is always left in my mouth, whether it's people I know, people you just meet, when it's like you ask them a question, they talk about it, then you go off on tangents, and they never circle back and ask you a question. So how's work with you?
Oh, yeah.
Or how's life with you?
Yeah,
or like, you know, we just went on and on about
you.
the X subject. Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
like when they never leave it back, that's like my number one sour taste.
Yep.
Gotta go.
I get that.
Very uninterested after that because it's just very selfish and I don't
One-sided
do
conversation.
well. Yeah. It's like, wow, I just drove that entire conversation.
And you know nothing about my weekend, my trip, anything.
Yep. Totally.
That's annoying.
Anyways, next one. There's a lot of blush, as we know. The makeup blush. Okay. So, Rachel, I was wondering, what's the last thing that made you blush?
Last thing that made me blush. God, it's sad I don't know any of this. Last thing that made me blush.
Was it your partner? Did someone say something sweet to you?
Honestly, I think it was you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
On our 1-year episode when you were just like saying
that's
like,
a good one.
You know, thanking me for the year. Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Rachel, we see a lot of pierogies at Ashland.
I'm sorry, how do you say it?
Pierogies.
There we go.
Pierogies. At Alsip, okay? So I was wondering, what makes you feel the most close to your Polish roots?
Okay, this is new, actually. I signed up for Duolingo.
Okay.
So I have been teaching myself Polish. So that would be a new thing that I feel connected to because I can literally hear my grandma talking like I'm learning all these different words.
Oh, wow.
And I was telling my mom the other day, like I can hear her talking, like saying some of this stuff that I never knew what it meant before. Mm-hmm. But now I like know because I've been doing it every day, like 20 minutes. Yeah. Also, there's a really good restaurant in Chicago where we live called Kasha's that has super good Polish food.
It is really good there.
So like when I am missing like my mom and the Polish food and like that kind of thing.
Yeah, their pierogies are pretty good.
Yeah,
man.
their soup is fire.
Oh yeah.
I also
good
live
sandwiches.
close to the Polish Polish Museum of People.
Wow.
Yeah, girl. So I'm connected.
Okay, so you're feeling really good about the Polish roots lately.
What about you? Like for Greek, like I know.
Oh,
how are you feeling? Like, are your guys' time is coming?
I know. I feel always
it's like party time. I feel with the Greek community.
I always feel very close to my Greek roots, no doubt.
I really one thing I do value with you about you, with like your Greek roots and like home. Mm-hmm. I wish I went to church more. I love that you go to like church with like all the Greek people in your life and your family, and I love that. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, no, yes, I love that too. It's a great way to see a lot of people too. Greek fests are always
That's
like
what I'm
super
saying.
good.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
We are
connected. Oh, yeah,
going.
they're starting up. They will
Mhm,
start.
I'm ready.
June is the start time.
I know it.
No, yeah, I think all of that really does. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest. Like, I think the thing that connects me closest to my culture is when I hear my parents talk about their upbringings and stuff like that. I think that really
like resonates with you.
Yeah, it like binds it together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because they don't know. Like, my dad can tell you the first time he had like a cheeseburger. You know?
Oh, that's so
like
cool.
stories like that.
Yeah.
They're very cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that.
I love that.
All right,
Okay.
go ahead. Hit me.
Oh gosh. Where do I want to start?
I know.
Okay, there's a lot of dog leashes
Okay.
at the flea market. Who
Okay.
is someone you think is a dog?
Like my dog.
I mean, you could do my dog, or you
Or a
could
dog.
do, dude, you're a dog. Like, you're dirt.
Okay.
You're a dirty dog. You're a dirty dog.
Yeah, there's a lot of dirty dogs out there. I recently went to, about a month ago, I went to a good friend, old work friend, but a very good friend's wedding, and saw a lot of old work colleagues. And man, those are my dogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there were a lot of guys that I haven't seen in like 6-7 years, and I'm
Love
like, man,
that.
these are my dogs.
Yeah.
Like, so I'll give them a little boost. Now there are, again, I won't say any names, but there are a lot of people I think, man, are just a freaking dog lately, or should be put in the doghouse for a little bit.
Time to get trained. Puppy school is beginning.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Stop peeing off the pee pad, my girl.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We'll-
Pick up
we'll-
after your mess.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I get that.
All right. We've seen a lot of Dawn dish soap. So my question is to you, Rachel, when's the last time you got a little messy?
Messy was yesterday. I literally
really?
cleaned our front balcony. And
That'll get you dusty.
dust. Dude, I had to take all my clothes off
That'll get you
instantly
dusty
and put it in
crusty.
the wash.
Oh my God.
All like that layer of pollen or whatever, it was all over me. Literally I was wet. My toes were like black under.
Okay.
It was gross, dirty, messy, all of the
Nasty.
things. Nasty. Okay, a lot of wallets at the flea market. What salary do you think is comfortable?
Oh, okay.
Let's do this as like a single person, because I know for myself, if I was not in a relationship, where I would want to be if I lived on my own. And like, I always think about that. Like, God forbid, if something happens, am I okay to be on my own and like money wise, you know? So don't think about like,
I think it depends where you live. And
100%.
number one,
100%.
Number two, I've had a very vast array of salaries.
Okay.
And I've been able to survive off of all of them.
Got it.
So I think if you really had to, you could. Mm-hmm. I think if you're a person living in the city, single, and you want to have a decent place, moderately like afford, an entertainment life, whether that's eating out, having drinks, like mingling with friends, buying a new outfit here and there.
Traveling, a car.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I would say, I think like 75 grand.
Really?
I could do.
I am like thinking it's way higher.
Really? I think it's a decent living. Like decently living. Like I'm not saying you're going to buy,
Okay, so
I'm
not thinking decently.
I'm not saying you're going to be living in like a high rise on the 30th floor with that, like.
Okay, so you own your own place, you have a car, you want to take a trip once a season. So for vacations a year, it could be like long weekends. How much do you think you would need to make comfortably to like have...
I mean, yeah, the more expensive the lifestyle, the bigger the salary you're going to need, I think 100%.
Yeah.
But I've also had a salary of 35 grand and I've made
so
it
have
work.
I.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I look back sometimes, like, look.
How did I do it? I do sometimes. Sure,
but at that time I had 2 roommates. I was living in a 3-bed, 3-bath. Like, there are ways to kind of do it. So, So for example, we didn't go out a lot. We would have like girls' nights over, people over. You make it work with what you have.
Totally.
So I think it just kind of depends on what your lifestyle is like, what your expectations are. If you are a person that, values travel, then you don't spend as much on entertainment. I'm an entertainment social girly, so
yes, I totally get that. I agree with you. Good question. Good answer.
I know.
Ooh.
Thank you very much. Next one. Sunscreen. There's a lot of sunscreen right now. And I was wondering, Rachel, what makes you feel the most protected?
Honestly, a stable home life, a stable job, and a stable income. Like a stable income
true.
and a stable home life. I am not somebody who does good. I know this. I don't need anyone to tell me this. I do not do good with any instability. Like I need consistent, stable. For me, I just need to make sure I'm good, and those are like unfortunately big things.
Okay.
Gotcha. What about you? What makes you?
I think that too. Yeah. Just kind of, having a solid roof under my head, which not just necessarily like your house, right? But like a support system,
everything,
like good family, good people around you. Like, I think that feels very protected because no matter what is thrown at you, whether it's like illness or this or that, or, you lose your job or something, like whatever wrench gets thrown, when you have that protection, I feel like you're invincible,
I get that.
It's like a nice shield at least.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that.
I like that.
All right.
Okay.
We get a lot of construction gear. We know that. Do you like a man in uniform?
Girl, do I ever. For a while.
What kind of uniforms are you talking
cops were
about?
my thing, dude.
Really?
I don't know why, which is weird because like I hated the cops growing up. I would get like a lot of speeding tickets or like whatever. But then like something switched at like 23. I was dating a lot of cops, not at once, but like
whole squad goes, baby.
Literally. I was like my type at the moment. I don't know if it was the uniform. I don't know if it was like the authority. I don't know if it was the handcuffs, but
I'm not into cops. I cannot. I don't
what
know
about
why.
you? Are you?
You know what?
I could see you as a
I'm not gonna
firefighter.
lie. No.
What?
I like the dirty hard hat, construction boots. Like,
oh yeah.
Sign me up, especially when you know the prices of how much a handyman costs and stuff.
Dude, it is not cheap.
No, let me have a shawty that knows how to paint.
It's so attractive when a man can do all that stuff.
You're like, hey, I want to rip the carpet out and whatever, and they're just
so
out there
hot.
Like,
Yep. Yep.
Sign me up.
I'm in.
All right.
Okay.
Last one's here.
DIY basket. So there's a lot of these at the flea. You can make it at the flea.
Sure.
What's something in your life you wish you could redo?
Ooh. Man.
I know what I would say, but I want to hear what you say.
I'm trying to think of like, again,
one
I'm trying to think of like a good
thing.
one.
I know.
Yeah. Do I regret anything? No. Do I wish that like, I could go back and do things differently? Always.
I mean, yeah. I don't think regret anything.
I think it
either.
would come back to kind of like some stuff that we referenced earlier where it's like, maybe sometimes I'll like beat around the bush or over exaggerate.
Yeah.
Like whether it's like I'm over exaggerating and yelling at someone and like going off. I wish sometimes the next day I wish, and I was like, man, I wish I would have just
not went so hard.
Yeah. And just prove my point with like a few sentences, And then there's other times where I just like walk away and leave a situation.
And I'm like, I should have went in.
And I should have said, I should have said my thoughts, right?
Yep.
A lot of that in my life. There's one situation specifically in my life where I feel like I did something that was pretty disgusting and bad. It was to a good friend of mine. But it was really hard that friendship was not serving me anymore. And it was really hard to
get out of it.
Yep. And so I feel like, I hate to say, but I feel like what I did happened for a reason that I could walk away.
No, I get that.
But am I proud of it? No.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yes, would I go back and say something or maybe address it to her now? Sure. Because I'm in a good place to talk about that. You know what I mean?
Been there.
But I'm not proud of it. You know, 28-year-old me was kind of raw. Anyways, what about you?
For
Anything
me,
that sticks out?
Yeah, it was. I studied abroad in Paris, and a lot of people, some of the people that I went with, like stayed a year. I wish I would have. I wish I would have stayed in Europe longer.
Yeah.
And like, I had all of the resources at the time. The school, I met people. I wish I kind of just stayed there a little bit longer and just spent time like traveling around Europe because it's been 12 years and I haven't been back since. So I kind of regret that a little bit because I really was like 20 at the time. I had nothing going on, you know? Now it's hard to just pick up my and go travel around
It's hard
Europe.
To think about it like that at the time. You know what I mean? You feel like you're missing out at home too.
So I don't regret it, but if I could redo it, I would have definitely extended my time there.
All right, we'll end on a little sweet note.
Okay.
So there's a lot of pound cake and cakes at the flea. I just want to know, what's your favorite sweet treat?
What's my favorite sweet treat?
Yeah.
Oh my God. My grandma's cheesecake.
Literally, I was going to say cheesecake. My number one.
My mouth is watering. Cheesecake. Cold cheesecake, graham cracker crust.
Plain.
If you want to get really crazy with me and get wet and wild, throw me some cookie dough ice cream.
Ooh.
I'm a classic cookie dough girl.
Any Blizzard, I'll take.
Blizzard. Oh my God.
But the cookie dough
good.
for sure. Yeah, I'm with you. Alrighty. Well, we were triggered.
Yeah, we were. These are fun. You guys, like
I know. Jeez. What triggers you guys?
Seriously, what triggers you?
Well, anyways, yeah, hopefully we'll bring this back. I mean, this was
will
a very
bring
interesting
this back,
thing.
for sure.
Now, definitely when I'm shopping and I see something juicy,
I'm going to write it down. And yeah, and let us know when you guys watch or listen to this, like what you thought was interesting about the things we said.
Yeah. It was a good one. All right. Well, thanks for getting triggered with me, Rachel.
Of course. As always, if you guys like this episode, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, thanks for watching another episode of You,
Me,
and The Flea.
See you next week.